Welcome to the Lifetime Members Project. This project is a celebration of those who have served the League for 50 years or more and who we now recognize as lifetime members. Please join the League of Women Voters of Wisconsin as we reminisce with, glean advice from, and appreciate the dedication and stories of these spectacular individuals from local leagues across the state. Dane County. It is so important to be a member, even when you can't be as active as you once were as you get older. Beverly Davison joined League in 1951. For me, League membership and enduring friendships for more than 50 years are synonymous. Barbara Arnold joined League in 1969. Use the League's many resources of member power, reputation, and policies to follow your passions and make a difference. Carol Kiemel joined League in 1963. If you really want to work and grow, you will. It's just what the League is about. Carol Toussaint joined League in 1959. I credit the League in sustaining my interest in civic affairs throughout my membership thanks to the factual information it provides. Claire Ryder joined League in 1968. The enthusiasm of League members to tackle tough questions and to hook activity to philosophy provided many fond memories of working together toward common goals. Claire McArdle joined League in 1968. I was paying close attention to legislation and policies because I'm a member. It is important to be a part of a group where you can talk about serious things. Constance Thrynen joined League in 1958. The League is exciting if you make it so. Do not be deterred from discussing the thorniest issues before us as U.S. citizens. Corinne Ann Stoddard joined League in 1958. Developing interpersonal connections and working physically next to each other develops camaraderie within the League. Elizabeth Magnuson joined League in 1969. Enjoy the opportunities to do good work and help make your community better. Harriet Burkalt joined League in 1959. Plunge into new interests and activities. The League of Women Voters explores subjects in depth so you can qualify to act. Hathaway Hasler joined League in 1950. I have enjoyed discussions and working with so many different people that I never would have met without the League Association. Helen Horn, recognized as a lifetime member. Continue to sustain and support the League, but don't forget to have fun doing it. The issues are important, but so is the fellowship. Joan Schwett joined League in 1962. The League meetings kept me connected to issues and in touch with other like-minded, issue-oriented people. Joanne Elder joined League in 1955. I have long admired the work of the League and know it played a key role in my mother's Americanization. She had become a League member herself in the 1930s. June Weisberger Blanchard joined League in 1967. New members should go in full force and rise to the challenge. They will then realize they have valuable but hidden talents. Karen Michael joined League in 1961. I am grateful for what the League of Women Voters does and have supported it by being a member for 50 years, even though I was not able to be directly engaged in some of its activities because of my political work. Marjorie Passman, joined League in 1970. I appreciate the critical importance of the candidate forums, publication of candidate answers, and other voter education services the League has offered over the years. The League provides an important public service through these efforts. Melanie Ramey, joined League in 1961. One of the most humorous memories goes back many years, when members contacted businesses in person for donations. My fundraising partner and I were asked by one male business person if we had burned our bras. Marilyn Kupferberg, joined League in 1968. As we've recently recognized the 100th anniversary of the 19th Amendment, I am so grateful for the women who marched, went to jail, and fought for women to get the right to vote. Peggy Glassford, joined League in 1969. The League is an organization through which I gained friends of like mind, values, and goals. It is based on strong consensus building. Rita Cades, joined League in 1960. I have not been an active member, but a beneficiary of all the League's work in voting rights, Title IX enforcement, and the candidates' answers, which I turn to for every election. Robin Chapman, joined League in 1968. Identify your particular skills and apply them to an issue in which you are vitally interested. Shirley Inhorn, joined League in 1961. My advice is to attend meetings at local, state, and national levels for the full League experience. Shirley Munson, joined League in 1960. The League should be proud of the way that, through the vehicle of unit discussion meetings, members study issues and then come to a consensus on a plan of action to take. Susan Lloyd, joined League in 1962. My most treasured friends from over 70 years ago are the friends I've made during those early days with the local League in Madison. Wanda Williamson, joined League in 1947. Beloit. The League's work is so important because voting suppression continues to be a problem. Annie Collins, joined League in 1957. The League provided human contact and intellectual stimulus Judith sought, and she found the role model she needed to become a successful member of the Wisconsin legislature. Judith Robson, joined League in 1964. League activities help you feel like you have a voice. Nancy Buttel, joined League in 1963. Door County. The National League's position is that early intervention and prevention measures are effective in helping children reach their full potential. Karen Ebbison, as quoted from a local newspaper article dated 1996 on children at risk. Karen Ebbison, recognized as a lifetime member. Greater Chippewa Valley. We need to make people comfortable about joining the League. Stick to nonpartisanship. Making it easy to vote shouldn't be a political issue. Lorraine Baldus, recognized as a lifetime member. Janesville. Carolyn Brandine joined League in 1964.
Was there anyone who inspired you to remain a member all these years?
The people that I have met in the League of Women Voters, not only our own league, but across the county and across the state and nationally, seem to be the kind of people that I want to be around.
Jan Kinnaman, recognized as a lifetime member.
When and why did you join the league? And what were the circumstances surrounding your joining?
Well, the main circumstance was it was 1967, and it looked like the United States of America was going to explode over the Vietnam War issue. I was very sympathetic to the younger people who were fighting that, but I wasn't quite ready to go into the streets and break windows and so on.
Judith Adler joined League in 1970.
I asked earlier about have I always been involved in politics? I guess I forgot. I was my school's delegate to Badger Girls State.
Okay, so was I, except it was Cornhusker Girls State for me.
And unlike the boys who went to Ripon, the girls got to go to Madison. And so we actually had a session in the state legislature. And so I remember looking at the paper on one of the desks, and it was a resolution about Billy Broom, of a Braves player.
Okay, all right.
Nancy's dedication to using careful and well-reasoned arguments in her active citizenry has made her a leading League representative. Because of this, Nancy received the Meg McLean Award for Advocacy in 2008. Nancy Stabb joined League in 1965. La Crosse area. One of the most important things right now is citizen education and how to be a good citizen. People don't understand how government works. Carol Gunderson joined League in 1955. I ran for county board and was on the board for 8 years. I got a lot of information and knowledge from the League, which made me more confident while serving my terms. Joyce Arthur joined League in 1969. League experience really helped me feel comfortable in my leadership roles while serving on boards in my community. Marilyn McElligott joined League in 1971. I joined when I was 13 years old and went to meetings with my mother in Mason City, Iowa. Monica Lazare joined League in 1985. I gained a lot of leadership and confidence from League, which led to my appointment to serve with the state as a League representative. Rachel Gunderson joined League in 1953. We have to reach out and be more personable. Don't assume the League is known in your community. Sharon Imes joined League in 1969. Historically, women have often accomplished the most by working in groups because they didn't get rewarded enough by society by being outstanding individuals. In remembrance of Shirley Haas, 1925 to 2014. My mother joined League because she met a lady that lived next door and was impressed with what League had to offer. My mother was still in League when I joined. My father felt left out. Signe Schrader joined League in 1956. Manitowoc County. Darlene Wellner joined League in 1962.
When I joined the League of Women Voters at the invitation of a church friend after graduating from the university in 1962, I immediately felt at home. It was an opportunity to work with others of common interest on issues to benefit our community, state, and country. I liked the idea that we studied all sides of issues. Through the study, consensus, and action process, which I think is unique to League, we came to positions we could advocate for with legislators. I felt that the League nonpartisanship policy was also so important in being effective.
Julie Grindy, recognized as a lifetime member.
We published a report on Interstate 43 after our league joined the Green Bay and Sheboygan leagues to voice our opposition to using prime agricultural land for a new roadbed that ran parallel to an existing roadbed already built to interstate standards. In the environmental impact statement, the U.S. Department of the Interior questioned the same thing. That was a controversial and emotional issue for our community. We advocated that federal and state agencies value land in the planning of future highway construction.
Marilyn Sontag, recognized as a lifetime member.
One of the great pluses of League membership is friendship. Look at these two other people here. And this lady off camera. I have never been in a group of greater, smarter, and more enthusiastic women, and now men in our group. If I have a friend who's not a member, I often will bring them along to a meeting, and soon they want to be a part of this warm and nurturing organization. There is a role for every member. Each person contributes and is valued, whether they just want to sit and listen or they jump in and lead a study or an event. How has League changed over the years? We used to meet at a local church that had a nursery. We'd hire a babysitter to take care of our children while we met over coffee. We also had an evening session on the same topic for members who worked during the day and couldn't come, except in the evening. My toddler son did not play school or store or farm. He'd grab my purse and play go to meeting.
Milwaukee County. Kit O'Mara, recognized as a lifetime member.
And I went to a meeting thinking that I knew something about this topic. This was something I really kind of knew. And I was blown away by not only the presentations that were made that day, but the questions that the ordinary member asked. And I thought, this is a group I need to be part of.
Mary Stefaniak, recognized as a lifetime member.
What brought me to the League was that it was the nicest group of women that I had ever known. And I could be completely honest about the way I felt. And the members were smart and nice and accepting. And I think Mary really exemplifies that too.
Mary Good, recognized as a lifetime member.
What issue is the most important, or one that interested me the most? Through the years, I would say, because I've always been watching what's going on with redistricting, I think that's the issue that has interested me the most.
Barbara Husson, recognized as a lifetime member.
When Barb Husson was asked what issue was of greatest interest to you, she wrote that in 1995, the State League president asked her to restart and chair the State Legislative Committee in Madison. And for over 20 years, she followed issues related to prison overcrowding, private prisons, the punitive and ill-considered truth in sentencing, early release, employment discrimination, and court reform.
Carolyn Nelson, recognized as a lifetime member.
I still do value the League and often quote our precepts to anyone who will listen in these strange times. League is important to me, and we need the work now more than ever.
Jan Martin, recognized as a lifetime member.
Hi, I'm Jan Martin, the League of Women Voters member for many, many years. Favorite parts include taking a Somali Bantu woman down to the courthouse to get her welcomed as a citizen of the United States, and then registering her to vote.
Sue and Rich Lindberg, recognized as lifetime members.
For a long time, Sue was a member, and she was a member back in 72 or 71. And I remember that our daughter was born in late 71, and Sue took her to the meetings. And that's where my daughter first ate pizza. As a baby, she got to gnaw on her piece of pizza while they were having a meeting.
Catherine Millington joined the League in 1959.
I joined the League when we moved to Madison in the early 50s. When we moved to Wauwatosa in 1959, I joined the TOSA group right away. The League was a great way to meet people, and I learned so much.
Gloria and Ed Wisecotton, recognized as lifetime members.
The League is most effective in letting people know what the candidates for campaigns stand for. I mean, they have to know that in order to vote. So our important part of our program is to interview candidates and put it out there for the public to get. And it's wonderful that we can have that on the website now. When I joined League, we were looking forward to at least 100 members in League. We thought that was great. Look at how big we are now.
Sister Paula Marie Jerish, recognized as a lifetime member.
And those women weren't going to let us just sit and watch them. We had to get out there and be part of their activities and share in whatever we were able to do for the League.
Sister Mary Ellen Paulson, recognized as a lifetime member.
I would like to let people know how important the League of Women Voters really is. I tell you, I am so grateful for life and living and learning and laughter and the whole shebang.
Pat Rieselbach, recognized as a lifetime member.
Well, actually, a friend brought me to the League, and I found it extremely informative. I found my fellow members both friendly, well educated in the important issues of the day, and very pleasant to work with.
Barbara Bowles joined League in 1969.
I joined the League in the fall of 1969 in Loveland, Colorado. At the time, it was a league of about 80 members in a town of 14,000 and was just a year or two beyond its provisional status. As you may know, in those days we had a couple of national studies, a state study, and local study going on each year with discussion and consensus meetings. I remember well studying extending the full rights of citizens to D.C., the popular vote, and all the environmental issues.
Jean Durnford, recognized as a lifetime member.
They encouraged me to stick around, and through the League of Women Voters, through their training and encouragement, I not only learned how to say my name, but ended up speaking at large volumes of people on multiple topics.
Joan Robertson, recognized as a lifetime member.
Delighted to give the League a boost by saying the League of Women Voters had interested me greatly because of its education about governmental affairs and the electoral process.
Bet Airy, recognized as a lifetime member.
We need to continue to alert our members to issues raised by elected officials who behaved illegally.
Phyllis Wax, recognized as a lifetime member.
We heard impressive women speak to bylaws and budget, thinking women who raised questions, level-headed women who proposed solutions, fair women, willingly abiding by the vote, whichever way it went.
Jean Bauer, recognized as a lifetime member. Minna Jones, in remembrance, 1923 to 2020. Miriam Reading, recognized as a lifetime member. Richard Miller, recognized as a lifetime member. Pat Risser, in remembrance, 1950 to 2020. Leon Risser, recognized as a lifetime member. Jean Amond, recognized as a lifetime member. Joanne Barnt, recognized as a lifetime member. Sarah Jane Kennedy, recognized as a lifetime member. Carol and Bob Diggleman, recognized as lifetime members. Joanne Kreimendahl, recognized as a lifetime member. Lois Molosky, recognized as a lifetime member. Ruth Snedick, recognized as a lifetime member. Stevens Point area. Lillian Spangenberg, recognized as a lifetime member.
How did you learn about the League, Lillian? Well, I learned about it from Rosemary Varney, who became a dear friend of mine. And she was a member for many years, and she asked me to join, and I did. And
Mary Mosier joined League in 1956.
Well, I moved to Stevens Point in 1971, and back then the university was doing a lot of hiring, and the chancellor's wife would have a tea every year to welcome all the new women faculty, staff, faculty wives, staff wives. And a woman named Betty Fritchell was active in helping with that. And I remember that was literally the first thing I went to when I arrived here. And as Betty met new people, she would always say, we have a wonderful League of Women Voters, and that's an organization you should join. I mean, she really promoted League. So from almost day one, I was hearing about the League of Women Voters, and of course, ended up joining. And that was, well,
I think League has been effective at lobbying for legislation protective of children and women. League has garnered public attention and regained respect. I am proud to be a member. Nancy Moore, recognized as a lifetime member. Roseanne Willette DeBow, recognized as a lifetime member.
So from your 50-year plus perspective, Roseanne, what has the League done well?
Well, I think making it important that somebody cares about everybody being able to vote, for instance. I think to me that is the most important thing, that that's always foremost in League as far as I'm concerned. They've always worked hard to make voting available to everybody that should be able to vote. And that wasn't always true. And I think Ruth Bader Ginsburg has certainly shown how over the years, how women had to fight to make their way. And I'm in the 3/4 through with her book right now. And the League and Ruth, I think all we women have to be thankful for these people that have gone before us and done a lot of footwork.
Tina Peters joined League in 1956.
I originally was a member of the Green Bay League of Women Voters and met some wonderful women there. That was like 1976. I think I'm sure I was pregnant with Becky and, or 75. And it was, women's movement had started, and so there was a lot of activity going. Equal Rights Amendment. We started out, we were working on that back then. And then Don took a job here in Stevens Point, and I think it was the first week I was here, a mutual friend of mine from Green Bay, who was also a friend of Mary's. I think we're on the state board together, Mary. She called Mary and said, I have a woman you should be meeting because she's a league member in Green Bay and she should join the league in Stevens Point. And Mary called, and I went over to her house. Literally, it was like 5 days after we had moved to town, I think, and met Faye Miller and Dory Jury, and just had a fabulous time. And we've been fast friends.
Whitewater area.
Longtime friends ever since then.
Emma Lou Cedarholm, recognized as a lifetime member.
So how did you become involved in the League of Women Voters?
It was through the meeting people at the Faculty Games, a Faculty Wives organization. And there were several faculty wives who had moved to Wisconsin who spoke about their experience with League in the states where they came from. And I thought it sounded like a wonderful organization.
Was there someone specifically who got you involved?
Well, there were several. Yes, faculty wives, yes.
The faculty wives for the university here in Whitewater.
That's correct.
Oh.
Arlene Newhouse, recognized as a lifetime member.
My husband was at Brookfield Central High School as a teacher and later as assistant principal. And I was in a bridge club and with the other faculty wives. And one of them said, you know, we had 4 little children at that time under the age of 5. And one of them said, you better start doing something for yourself, because I was doing things mostly for the children, obviously. And so she said, how would you like to come with me to a league meeting? And I said, oh, I would love to do that. And I just thought, I was so impressed with the women that were there. They all seemed to be so knowledgeable, so interested in things, and they were just interesting people. And so that's how I got involved with the league. So I was in the league about probably 6-7 years maybe in Waukesha before I came to Whitewater.